not start the recording at your end, because my recording will get cancelled, and you have the multiple recording for the same class. So it's better to record only one. Okay. uh, yeah, so I have opened my Jmeter. Let me close. Yeah, save. So how you can open the Jmeter? So let me open. So mm, okay, so go to your directory where you have installed. Guys, can you see my screen? My voice is audible, everything is clear?
Yes.
Okay, so you can go to that particular directory. Inside that directory, you will see Apache Jmeter, and here you will go to the bin folder, and here you will see window batch file. Right, you have to click on that file, right, and then your Jmeter will open. Okay, otherwise if you don't want to go every time to this place, the bin folder, create the shortcut. Right click and create the shortcut. Right here you can create the shortcut and move this shortcut into your desktop. Here you can see, in my case I have moved it here. So every time when I want to open, so I'm clicking on here, this one. I am not going to inside the particular directory and try to open. So you can save your time. Okay. mm, yeah, let's move further. Give me a second, guys. Let me call last time everyone, uh, so that anyone can not miss the class. And one more thing, guys, we have already completed demo classes and the 2 regular classes. So please, today, end of the day, please make the payment. I have not received, all of the person has not made the payment. So requesting you, please make the payment today. If you have any problem, then let me know. Okay. And one more thing, in my class you have to make the present. I am ensuring you that you will, after taking this class, you will get the 3 years of the experience, guys. Then I'm promising you with you, but you have to do the practice along with me. After then you can crack any interview regarding the performance testing, or you can do any project. If you get in your project, if you get the chance to work on the performance testing, you can easily do that. But you have to attend the regular class, because it is 2 hour classes. If you miss any of the class, you will, it is your loss. Then you have to watch the recording session. Okay, so I would recommend, do not miss the class. Okay, let's go ahead. uh, Let me open my Jmeter. I will go here and have opened my Jmeter. So Jmeter is open, so let me open my document as well. So who has done the payment, I will share you the document with you. You can go through that document and okay, so let me open Jmeter file, performance testing. Okay. Give me a second. Uh, we have discussed this thing also, thread group we have discussed, ramp up we have discussed, right? And sampler we have, guys, please mute. Ramp up we have discussed. Now we are going to discuss this listener. Okay, let's try to understand, because listener is very important. When you do the execution, the listener is very important. So what I can do, this is my test plan. Right click here, add the thread group, add the thread group here. Your thread group will get added, and again click on sampler, and here you can add the sampler. Right, So this is the web service or web application sampler. If you are using, then you are using HTTP request. Okay, so right now I'm using the web sampler, web application sampler. Okay, so right click here, right click, and if you go listener here in the listener, right now I'm going to add view result tree. After then I'm going to add one more listener, that is summary report, and one more listener which is frequently we are using in the real time aggregate report, and one more listener I'm going to add, that is view result in table. This four listener we are frequently using in the real time. Okay, let's try to understand this listener. So you have the question without explaining all the component, why you are explaining the listener, the report? Because if you want to execute this thing, you have to see the result, right? That's why I'm explaining you this thing, right? So that you can analyze the results. Okay, so give me a second. Again. Okay, so there are a lot of people, so I have today I will filter out the people actually. Okay, so who is only interested, I will keep that only that particular person. Okay, so here you can see. Now let me open the Chrome, and let's suppose I want to do the performance testing in Make My Trip. Okay, so I will go here and inspect, go here and inspect. I'm trying to create the request. Go to the network section, go to the network section, right? And let me clear this thing. If you click on this icon, it will get clear. Let me again hit this API, hit this request. Here you can see, yeah, this request. So when I hit this URL in the backend, it's connecting with this service, right? So I am trying to map this thing into my Jmeter. Okay, how I can right click on the thread group, go to the sampler and HTTP request, right? And move this here. Actually, it looks good actually. So I will pass it here. The what I have to take, this request URL, copy this request URL and paste it here, right? And the method, what method it is? Get method, the get method, right? So I have mapped this thing. Now if you are using the Jmeter tool, in the server name you don't have to pass the protocol here. You have to pass the protocol in the protocol section. Here you have to pass. Okay, here you have to pass HTTPS. Okay, and here you don't have to mention the double slash, it will auto take. Okay, and right, so there is no path here, there is not any resource. If I click on the flight, then flight resource will be there. Okay, so let's try to I have added only one request here. Let's try to understand this request. So let me save this request. Let me save this request. I'm trying to save this request inside the D drive, inside the performance testing class. Here I can put the name Make My Trip. Okay, I have saved with the Make My Trip, right? And what is basically this request is doing? Guys, when I'm hitting this URL, what it basically is doing? It open the Make My Trip site. Agree? Agree, guys, or not?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So same thing here. We can give some proper name here. proper naming convention. So open or hit the application, something like you can give the proper naming convention so that everyone can understand. Open the URL, something like that. Okay, so I have created one request, right? And I have added the listener. The listener are view result tree, summary report, aggregate report, and view result tree, right? So if I execute this request, right, clear this thing, I'm executing, I'm one user trying to open the make my trip. One user trying to open the make my trip. Okay, let me execute. Here I have passed the one user, right? And let me execute. Can you see it here? Open the URL here, right? It get executed. It showing in the green tick mark. That means it is successfully executed, and you are getting the status code as 200. Here you can see the status code. Okay, so I will explain you what did you mean by the status code. Status code means HTTP status code. We have generally, let me open the notepad. We have generally, we have three types of status code: success code, success, client error, and server error. Okay, if success code means 200 series, that means 200 series, that is in the 200 series, which are the what are the called like 200, 201, 204. In the case of client error, don't worry, I will explain this thing in detail. Give me a second guys, I have one urgent call. Hello. बस एक मिनट में आ गया, एक मिनट. Guys, if you don't mind, can I come back in 1 minute? I have one parcel which I have to return. If you don't mind, can I go?
Sure.
Give me 1 minute.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Give me 1 minute. Do not leave the class. I'll come back in 1 minute. Sorry guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, we can proceed now. So, in the client error, we have 400 series, 400 series, 4xx, that is 400 uh, bad request, okay, 401 unauthorized, okay, 404 not found, 403 403 forbidden, and many more also. Okay, these all are the client error, and server error 500 series. Okay, like 500 internal server error. Okay, and 502 bad gateway, 504 gateway timeout. Okay, and we have 501 service not available. Okay, so this type of status code, so we will